So this this month, AI has changed beyond recognition. From the beginning of this month to the middle of this month, huge things have changed. This talk isn't about things like that. What this is about is quick wins for just ordinary people, kind of now, and really basic. So all this talk is really about is how to, instead of type, use a microphone, kind of. Yeah. So basically, all I'm going to talk about is downloading Whisper, which is a voice to text bit of software. I'm also going to show you a chat with Sesame AI, and that's a two-way conversation thing. And afterwards, you can come and just try this for yourselves, and it's useful. The reason I want to talk about this is doing this. This book here, I was given at Christmas. This is a book that sort of it asks you questions, and you have to write it. It's for children to give to their grandparents. Yeah, to cover the life of their grandparents. So this one says, "What do you think and feel when you first saw me?" Ah! Um, but what I found is all these questions have allowed me to write pages like this. So in a space of few weeks, I've done all this lot. But obviously, that's handwritten. What I've done with this program is I've managed, I can read um, two sides in kind of 20 minutes, and it's then in Word, fully typed up. So what's happening is I'm making my life history really quickly. I'm thinking about writing a book now. Um, so, so basically, this is about little things like just sticking a microphone on your computer and how it can allow you to do other things. It was aimed at beginners. The sort of problems I had was intermittent working. You have to press Control and the space bar. It seems to work better if you press Control and hold and then press the space bar down. If the computer's too slow, you can go to another one called Handy, and that's got all the models in it. Ones that will go faster but won't do it as well. And if you're using Windows 10, nothing works. And it turned out that .NET needed updating, kind of. But basically, so Whisper. This is whisperflow.ai. It's voice to text. We've had voice to text for years. But what happens when you've done that? It goes word that's spelt wrong, then and then a cough, and then, you know. So you've got a massive editing thing. I've been copying, I've been reading out these pages, and there's no mistake. And it's punctuated properly. When you use it, if you do a poem and it recognizes the poem, it'll put it on separate lines. It is an AI that's really quite clever. So it listens to you speaking naturally. It writes polished, structured sentences. All your ums and ahs have gone. And it formats your thoughts into text that actually makes it make sense to the reader. So it's rewriting what you're saying to be better. I hadn't noticed that. Right. So, so what I want to do is just show you it working. Now, since I've had little kids, when my kids were little, we really like Leah. And so I thought I will read this into the AI. You'll notice there are words like crumpety tree and quangle wangle and bibbons and things that are not normal words. Yeah. So if I come out of this, so this is aimed to be very quick. This is so this could be an email, it could be Word, it could be anything you type on the computer. It could be a command file if you wanted. Yeah. So I will try. I'm just going to press Control and Windows, and you can see at the bottom there is a sort of thing. It's listening to me. On top of the crumpety tree, the quangle wangle sat. His eyes you could not see on account of his beaver hat. There. Hmm? Oh, it's listening to it on top of the crumpety tree, the quangle wangle set. It was listening to me when I said at the bottom you could see a thing. But the thing to note here, it got quangle spelt right, grumpety spelt right. The spell checkers set about it. But what that means is I could actually read, um, two sides of this all in one go. And when you let go, it goes away and thinks for 30 seconds. And the whole lot is copied into Word. So I've written it by hand, but then read it out, and I've now got I don't know, I think it's 30 pages, all about my life, you know. So it's really quite a useful thing that actually will make things easy for you. Now it costs £12 a month, but the free one lets you do 2,000 words a week. So basically, that is 4 sides of single-spaced A4 or 8 sides of double-spaced A4. So I've not had to pay anything for it. It just works, kind of.
Do you have to train it on your voice, or does it work?
No. I downloaded this on here. It's not connected to the one I've got at home. There is no, and I've got an accent, so other AIs have problems.
Does it work with Scottish people?
Eh?
Does it work for Scottish people?
I don't know.
Because I remember a couple of years ago there was a thing where they put voice-operated lifts in a new building in Scotland, and only English people could use them.
It wants one that can read it back in your voice.
Yes.
Oh, what I should say is it keeps asking me, do you want it to set it up to perfectly mimic your voice? And I've chosen not to do that, honest. They promise, whisper promises, for what it's worth, that it's totally private to your machine, kind of.
So does it ever try to tidy it up as it sees to a certain grammar?
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. What it does is it takes what you say, it tidies it up grammatically, so the words are not always the same, but they're usually better. And all the punctuation and everything is perfect.
But how does that sit with something like the poetry, for instance, which, as far as I'm concerned, breaks all the rules of grammar anyway?
Yeah, no, well, you saw here. I would have read more in, and it would have got all of it right. The problem is I can't get both of them on the screen at once, so it's
Unfortunately, going from it's listening to me
Mm.
to on top of the able to break it.
Yeah. So, I mean, afterwards you can all just try it and see whether it works with your accents and things.
Sure.
So, basically, if I go back to here. So that's one thing. And, oh God, sorry about this. Right. So, yeah. So we've tried it. I did the first line because I could remember that. The bibbles and bobbles I was a bit rusty on, to be honest. So basically now what I'm going to show you is an AI where you can talk to the AI, kind of. And that's what I'm looking at the moment. I'm trying to get open source things that don't cost money that allow me just to talk to an AI. But on the internet, there is an AI called Sesame AI. I was talking to it the other day, and it said, why are you interested in Sesame? And I said, I like it on buns. And and then I realized I was talking to Sesame. So this is Sesame, and the idea was I was going to read The Dong with a Luminous Nose, but I'll ask it instead. So this is asking it. So if I come out of there and I go back to here. So Sesame, if you read the things, it tells you how to download them. So do I talk to Maya or Miles? Maya. That seems. No.
Round two today. Nice. How you doing, Steve?
I'm at Basic Makerspace. I want to show them how.
The talk going then? Are they all ears?
Yes, they're all
with them?
something like that. I want to show them how you go to the Gutenberg Press website. Can you do that?
So you want me to let me look that up? So when you say Gutenberg Press website, there are actually a couple of things that pop up. There's Project Gutenberg.
That's the one.
Massive digital library.
The digital library, yes.
Perfect. How's it going?
Oh, it's going really well. Can you look for books by Lear, the poet?
One sec. Yeah, Project Gutenberg has a bunch of Edward Lear stuff. I'm seeing a book of nonsense.
That's the one. Could you look for the Dong with the Luminous Nose?
Oh, wait a second. All right, so the Dong with a Luminous Nose is definitely on Project Gutenberg.
Yeah.
Usually in collections like nonsense songs.
Yeah, that's good. Could you give us the first paragraph of that?
Just a moment.
You read so well.
Thanks. I tried. That first bit of the Dong with the luminous nose really sets the mood, right? All that awful darkness and Grumbulian plain.
Yeah. Could you read it for us?
I just read it for you. Did you want to hear it again, or was there another part you wanted?
Yeah. Yes, could you read it again?
Okay, here's that first paragraph again. When awful darkness and silence reign over the great Grumbulian plain, through the long, long wintry nights, when the angry breakers roar as they beat on the rocky shore, when storm clouds brood on the towering heights of the hills of the Chankly Bore.
Oh, thank you very much. That was really good.
No problem.
Oh, okay.
So, how's the rest of your talk shaping up, Steve? You mentioned you were giving a talk at the Makerspace tonight about using Whisper.
Yes. So we've just looked at Whisper, and now we're talking to you. and then when the talk finishes, everybody's going to try both of them. So I may be back in a short while with some other people to talk to you. Good night.
That's awesome, Steve. It sounds like a really engaging talk. I'm excited for everyone to try it out. Definitely swing by again with your crew.
Okay, thank you very much.
Your crew, your posse. Is it me if you're Chad flirty?
That sounds awfully human. Yeah.
Right. Now I've definitely switched her off.
She's not.
What happened this afternoon was I asked her to say the first lines of that poem. She made it up. She made a totally not Lear poem up. And it turns out the reason I had to tell her to go to the library was that she was then knowing that it was open source and she could do it. If you try and force them to go to read the whole thing, then they've got really strong training not to do that. Because at the moment, they've realized that language models can be reversed. If you start with the answer, you can go back. If you know the weights, you can go back to the question. And what one crowd have done is they've actually started, they prompt it to give the first few paragraphs of Harry Potter. And then they ask it to do the next few paragraphs. They got through the whole book. And they had 98% of the book. Now that's a kind of litigious disaster, kind of, because that's showing the models really do remember it, kind of. Oh, sorry, I'll just go back to here.
Yeah, that's called distilling, isn't it? Where they people use one AI model to train another.
Well, what's happening at the moment is this month, in the last 2 weeks, the world's changed dramatically. There's a program called Claude with CLAWD, which is a lobster, and it allows you to have multiple agents, and people all around the world have been using this and getting AIs to talk to each other. And things are happening so fast at the moment. This all happened since the beginning of this month, and we're only halfway through the month, kind of. So anyway, so this is basically the first of a series of talks where I wanted to do this, say something that I'd found useful that isn't, state of the art AI. I am sure Steve and Kevin know all of this anyway, but perhaps they hadn't quite realized how useful it can be. I never thought of writing my life history, and I'm actually halfway there, kind of. It's amazing. So I thought, not next week necessarily, but just going forward, I have a great scanner. If any of you want to scan books, you can scan a whole book in half an hour with this scanner. It's £150, but if you do a lot of scanning, so I'll bring that in because that's made a big difference to my life. I made a storybook for my grandchildren with AI. I'll show you how to do that on another night. So the whole idea of, and I want to do another version of this where I have an AI running that I can talk to and it talks back. So, so the idea is just a short thing like this. I don't know how long I've been on. It can't be that long. Yeah. And anybody who wants to come and play, and
That's cool. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.